What's up, everybody? Jamesczheng here. Welcome to the session. It's March 2nd, and we're going to open up a time period for live coaching and Q&A. If you're not familiar, I'm a business growth coach. I help people get unstuck. I help you 10x your business with less hustle. I help people build businesses from their phones. So I'm liking this time, and this is one of those times, whether you're live or on replay. Hello. Would love to open up a door for free coaching, free questions on anything. I love talking about business, faith, life, whatever that it is that you feel that we can help you with. I'm more than happy to. So if you have any questions, whether live or on replay, and if you're not following me on my YouTube yet, please do, because I'm going to put all this content up there as well. But feel free to drop any question in the comments, and I am just going to take them one by one by one by one. This could be questions about business, life, finances, me, if you care about that at all, but I care about you. What's going on, Mahogany Reigns? What's your name, by the way? I'm glad. Thanks for the follow earlier today. Grateful to be connected. But yeah, would love to know. What can I help you with? What can I help you with today? So, would love to know, but I'll take them in the comments. So a little bit about me, if you're wondering who am I am 33 now, 33. I grew up in San Diego. After that, I went to college in UC Berkeley. Typical Asian background, so trying to be a doctor because that's what you're supposed to do to retire and be rich and famous and all that. And 19 years old, I got introduced to my first business venture. Never thought I'd get into business. I was shy, I was broke, I was disconnected, unconnected, unskilled. But I found a good mentor, and thanks so much. We try to be inspirational. I learned a philosophy that the best skill that you can learn is to have the skill of inspiring. Right? If there's one thing to aspire to, it's to aspire to inspire. Inspire is an interesting word, by the way. Inspire is a combination of two words: in spiritus, in spirit. So, what does inspire mean? Inspire means that when somebody sees something, they are able to see in their spirit what it is that they're inspired by. So, we get inspired not just because someone is amazing, but the reason why you get inspired is because when you hear a story, you see someone do something, your spirit resonates, your spiritual DNA resonates, your your identity resonates with that story that you just saw, because this is what inspiration is. If they can do it, so can I. And that was one thing that changed my life, is being able to be inspired. So many times we put up blocks in our mind, blocks in our spirit, because the enemy likes to lie to us. The enemy likes to feed these little things. Can you really be like that? Can you really change? I don't know if any of these voices are familiar to you at all. What makes you think you can be blah blah blah? What makes you think you could do it this time? Look at the last times. Look at what you did in the past, or look at what you didn't do in the past. What makes you think you're going to change this time? You set so many goals and nothing ever happened. Right? There's these lies that start to come up. But when you're inspired, understand the reason why you're inspired is resonating with your spiritual side of you. And it is affirming to yourself that you have the capacity to become something or someone more. So when you're inspired, accept the fact that not only are you uplifted, but accept that that could be you too. So when I saw that, I got inspired. I got inspired by a mentor. I was 19. I met someone that was 23 that was making six figures, that did so well to the point that he actually ended up dropping out of college because he made more than his parents combined. And what inspired me is he had a story like me. He was shy, I was shy. He was broke, I was broke. But he became more. And I saw him on stages influencing hundreds of people. I saw him living a life by design, not by default. I saw him as someone that was self confident, which I was not. And it clicked. If he can do it, maybe I could too. And that fueled me. And that's all that needs to fuel you as well too. And I learned the skills and I went through the hoops and the loops and overcame challenges and went through the suck for a long time and eventually it clicks. In 90 days into my entrepreneurial endeavor part-time, I did well enough where it fueled me through my college. 2.5 years part-time. My part-time became my full-time. And I graduated from UC Berkeley. I got the cool degree. I hung it up somewhere. I think it might be in the safety deposit box or something. I don't use it at all. And I went full bore into entrepreneurship. But that's kind of a little bit of my story. But welcome to this coaching session once again. If you're joining us, this is an Ask Me Anything section. And if there's anything that I can help you with, whether live or in replay, comment below. And I love to, this is one of those times that I open it up for you. All questions are game. It could be about business, life, finances, faith, me, you. I don't really mind, but I open these up because I remember it was these types of conversations, like off the cuff conversations, that so transformed my life. I went to a lot of trainings. I learned a lot of cool things. But a lot of times it was the little off to the side conversation that really transformed my life. Right? I don't know if you've ever been in line for the bathroom or been in line waiting for a restaurant before. And then you just like struck up a conversation with someone. And then boom, you got a nugget that just like so impacted you. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's exactly what I needed. Right. So I want to open up these opportunities for you to ask and also to be able to listen in. Because what if it's just one idea? What if you got one thing to click for you that so transformed your life? And if that one idea is all you needed today, then that is awesome. Been stuck in traffic your whole life? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What was the hardest thing about starting a business? And I'd love to know your name if you don't mind as well too. Or I can call you by your username as well too, Mahogany Reigns. But what was the hardest thing about starting a business? For me, it was number one, believing I could, because I never thought I'd be in business. Um, and Angelia? Oh, cool. Nice to meet you. Or is it Angela? Angelia, that's a beautiful name. So the hardest thing for me was believing that I could even succeed in it because I never did business. I never did sales. I never had work really. Number two, I would say after that is rejection. Rejection. In business, you have to get used to hearing the word no. You're going to have so much rejection. You're going to have so many people tell you no. Sometimes a light no, sometimes it's a hell no. Like there's some negative no's out there as well too. But probably the hardest thing about any business is that when you get into business, when you go for your dreams, you will inevitably have more people say no to you than say yes. And in the beginning, it was really hard for me because I'm very shy, first of all. So when I even worked up the courage to talk to someone about my business, and then they rejected me, it felt like they're rejecting me as a person. Does anyone else face issues with rejection? Hello. So it was so hard. Like when I got a no, it totally like it ruined my whole day. Like I started overthinking things. I started thinking, do they not like me? Oh, did I lose my friend? Are they offended? Stuff like that. And it's easier said than done. But when people say no to you in a business, understand, unless you were very unprofessional and you were up in their face and you really offended them, but if you did things professionally and someone says no to you, they're saying no, not to you. They're saying no to your opportunity, right? They're saying no to that. And it's also a not now. Yeah, no, not with you. Exactly, right? It's a next opportunity. Someone else, right? Yeah. So some will, some won't. So what next is the saying. However, I would also say that when you get a no, I wouldn't only just purely dismiss it as a psh, they don't know what to talk about, right? Like every no is a learning experience, right? So a no by itself, if we keep on doing what we're doing, then we're going to keep on getting where we're getting. But a no is a great learning experience because while I know there will be no's, straight up, I expect everyone to say yes. I think in business, you should expect everyone to say yes, right? I think you should expect that people will say yes to whatever it is you're offering. Because if you don't have the conviction that what you're sharing with somebody can absolutely change your life, the only way you can sell anything is if you sell yourself first on why it's great, but also you have to sell yourself on why it's great for them as well too. People buy confidence, right? People buy you. So if they say no, exactly like what Let's Play Makeup said, and I'd love to know your name as well too. Yeah, think why was it not appealing? Reevaluate exactly. Even as early as today, I did a pitch, I did a presentation with somebody, and my wife, she's my business partner, my life partner, after she heard my conversation, and she said, next time, why don't you try this and this and this? I'm like, that's right, I can. You can always get better. There's never a perfection. There's only a process of getting better. Masters are the ones that from every single opportunity, they grow and they grow and they sharpen and they get better. So a no is not only just a not yet or a not now. A no is a perfect learning opportunity. Jim Rohn says you learn more from losing than you do by winning. All right. So I hope that makes sense as well too. So I'm got over that. And last thing is this. You know what really got me over rejection? I'll tell you what really got me over rejection. And it took me, this was probably like maybe 8 years into entrepreneurship. Put a one in the comments if you struggle with rejection at all. Rejection in your business, rejection in life, like whatever that it is. Some of us might not. But this is what really got, at least in a business sense, this is what I did to get over rejection. And this is how you can overcome any fear. Here's the secret. Awesome. And I appreciate the honesty, right? How you get over any fear is you do that scary thing over and 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 over again in a compressed time frame where you just bulldoze through it. So how I got over rejection is there was one time that I think I messaged 1,000 people my pitch. Like I just went all in. I went all throughout the numbers. Like I just drilled through that thing fast. And I think I did that. I messaged 1,000 people in 1 week. And it was like, I don't remember if I got any sales or anything from that, but I just went all in. And you know what happened? After I did that, I was like, who cares about rejection? Who cares what they say? Because all I knew is we have the opportunity to share. All we can control is how much we plant the seed. God only knows where the seed will actually sprout. I don't control that. If I hate cold calling, I will do it until there's a difference of fear and hate, right? I have things I dislike to do, right, Travis? I'd rather not cold call for sure, but I'm not scared to do it now, right? So there are things, and I think when you do it enough, then you're like, I'd rather not do that. So then you get to the point where you're like, okay, I don't like cold calling. I didn't like cold calling either. So you know what I thought then was I can do it, but I'm not going to, right? You need advice. What advice can I help you with? Feel free to comment below. Right. So cold calling, for example, I didn't like it. I didn't love it. There's some people that love it, rare few, but I did it enough where I'm like, I'm not scared of doing it. And then I started to think, well, if I don't like this, what can be more effective? And how do I attract more leads still where I could sell to as well, too? You know, your sphere of influence is small. Gotcha. When I started in business, I had a very limited friend circle. I was super shy. Everyone that I could have sold to in my friend circle, at least my immediate circle, said no to me, and I ran into people. So we must learn how to generate leads. In fact, I just did a YouTube. You might want to watch it, Travis. On my go to my bio in my YouTube, and it talks about generating leads. Generating leads is a skill set. There's so many different ways to generate leads. We're on social media, exactly. Let's Play Makeup, and I'd love to know your name once again. Add value. That's one of the best ways to do it. That's like a long-term way. In 90 days, so here's like a long-term play, right? Which is my favorite. This is my favorite way to generate leads. Is Melissa. Hey Melissa, nice to meet you. Yeah, Melissa, you're awesome. And let me know, are you what kind of business do you have? I wonder if it's makeup. The favorite way that I have in generating leads is producing content that is of value that would align with your dream client. All right. So for me, for example, I love partnering with faith-based entrepreneurs. That's one of my that's my target audience. Among other things, nice. There we go. You're a serial entrepreneur. What's your favorite business? I suppose. So what I do now is my content, I know who I'm talking to. So I am hammering down things of value for that person in mind. So if you're in real estate, for example, and you're thinking to yourself, who's my ideal client? Where are they? What demographic are they in? What income level are they in? What are the challenges that they might face over with faith in real estate? Oh, nice. Awesome. There we go. So let's say you're looking for a specific target market, Travis, and you know who they are, and it's always a person that you're speaking to. Start producing content that solves the problems around that person's needs. So, for example, maybe they have issues with funding. They don't know how to fund for a house. Okay, start producing things on that. Maybe they have issues on knowing what they can qualify for in a loan. Start producing content around that. Maybe they have fears of if they can afford something or not, right? Do something with that. So keep on producing content where people in your market will look at that, but oh, he's solving all my problems. And when people can see that you can solve their problem, they have buy in with you. Frank Kern, who's a marketing expert, says this: show people you can help them by actually helping them. Show people you can help them by actually helping them. Poke the bear, speak on the problem. Yeah, there we go. Exactly. You know? Yeah. I love sales. Sales in business is the biggest personal growth tool in the world. It's the most fascinating thing in the world because nothing ever happens unless a sale is made. I used to hate sales. I used to despise the word. I used to just look at sales like, ew, like who would want to get into sales? And it really is a lie. In fact, when I went to UC Berkeley, it was interesting, great college, right? When I went to Berkeley, there was a class with with a professor that was a self-made multimillionaire. He taught just for fun. He ran multiple businesses, sold the businesses, did all that. And he taught a pass no pass class about personal finance. I ended up actually becoming his teacher's assistant because I liked it so much. And then what happened is I asked him a question one day, and like we were talking, and he's like, James, I try to bring a sales course onto UC Berkeley. I'm like, really? He's like, you know what happened? I'm like, no. He's like, what happened? He said that he got laughed off of campus because it was just so people thought that it was beneath them. But nothing ever happens without a sale being made. So the ability to make a sale is the most important, highest paying, most valuable skill that's out there. Melissa, you give me an Air Force studio. Nice. Have fun. I've been there a couple times. It's beautiful. Yeah, take some good pictures and everything. Which company are you partnered with? Just curious. That's awesome. Yeah. New builds are offering 4%. Awesome. Travis, talk about these things, right? I didn't know that 4% sounds good to me. You know, you love talking to people to sales and make you nervous. Yeah. So sales is just a skill. Sales is simply finding someone's problem, then showing them something that could solve their problem, then answering their question. Oh, nice. Awesome. There we go. Definitely praying for Jesse Lee's recovery. Jesse Lee just went through surgery for stage 4 colon cancer. And we're all praying for her around the world. And thank God it was all good and super prayer works. That's it. She's your upline. You're in good hands. Congratulations, sister. That is so awesome. Yeah. So glad she's okay now, and thanks for the follow. So Jessily's awesome, awesome. We got a chance to meet her in studio 2 years ago. We were at Eric War's studio. We were fortunate to be on stage in his GoPro event, and we're backstage with her, and we're at Eric War's house with her, and she's just amazing. She is so cool. Yeah. So congratulations on partnering there. You were there. Oh, nice. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Be close to the fire. That is the place to be at. Nice. Yeah, events are key. Events are very big key to have and everything. So sweet. I'm loving these conversations so far. And once again, proximity, exactly. Proximity is power. 1000% is. I just did a whole training on that. So true. So true. It's the biggest hack. Change the people that you hang around, change the books that you read, change what you listen to, right? Yeah, surround yourself with greatness, 1000%. Energy is caught, not taught. It is so true. You got to get around people that are vibrating at a higher level. Hey, Ella, what's going on? Change the mindset. Absolutely. Yeah. And welcome, guys. You're welcome. Yep. Atomic Habits, James Clear. That's like everyone's favorite book of the last 2 years now. That got big. Great one. But yeah, loving these conversations, and you're joining us. We're doing a live coaching and Ask Me Anything. So feel free to comment anything below. What can I help you with in your business, life, faith, finances, anything as a whole? And I have a little bit of time. If you're not following me on my Instagram yet, I'd love for you to follow me on my Instagram. I post a lot of cool content there. I haven't read Ninja Selling, but it sounds like I need to. Ninja Selling. Who wrote this? Let's see. The book. No, I haven't. But that sounds really good. Oh, sweet. There we go. Congrats. It's good that you're getting around the fire there, man. Okay. Looking that up. That's awesome. I have not seen Fantastic Fungi on Netflix. What is that? Fantastic Fungi. Interesting. I might need to watch this. Fungi. Courage is calling. Man, you guys are giving me some good recommendations here. No. Courage is calling. Ryan Holiday. I have not read anything by Ryan Holiday yet, but I need to. Oh, that's Fortune Favors the Brave. There we go. All right. Fungi. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Read it. I will, Melissa. How do you move your energy to be more positive when family is the problem? Cassandra asked. Good question. Energy is something that we first need to take responsibility for, right? Nobody can make you feel a certain way. Have we ever said, and I've said this, right? Think about a time when we said, you made me feel fill in the blank. Sad, mad, frustrated, angry, whatever that it is, right? You made me feel something. The reality is, no one can make you feel anything. Only we can make ourselves feel something. Because, and I have this cool little, I love this. I just got this today. I'm going to use this a lot. This is the best description. If you want to change your life, if you want to make more money, if you want to transform your life, this concept is what you want to master. This is called the stick person. It is the best description of how we work. All of us are these stick people. We have a conscious mind, we have a subconscious mind, we have a body, and this is how we work. We're more mind than we are body. What's up, Andrea? Great to see you. So we're talking about how do we stay positive in a negative environment? Emotions come from our subconsciously held thoughts. Okay. Consciously, we can think something, but it's only when you believe something. This is called the mind, the subconscious, the soul. It's all some of the heart. The Bible calls it heart. the Hebrew word for heart is leb, or the Hebrew or the Greek in New Testament is cardia. The heart, the mind, the soul, these are all the seat of the emotions. So it's only what you believe and allowed to believe subconsciously where an emotion can be created. So when we're saying that you made me feel bad or frustrated or negative, what's actually happening is people in your environment is conditioning your conscious, but we've allowed those thoughts to be accepted in our subconscious, which then yield an emotion called negativity. So, yes, the reality is we might be in a negative place. But the way to overcome that is first realize that we are in 1,000% authority and 1,000% responsibility with how we feel about anything. Now, yes, there's some negative situations. Case in point, a Holocaust, horrible thing that happened, right? Termination of almost the entire Jewish population was taken, right? Um, if you read any of the stories of the great Holocaust stories, you will find that the ones that survived, they went through the same horrific things, and yet they had a different perception on things. And they were able to protect their own mind and their own emotions so that while negativity was going on, that's a negative environment. They still were able to put themselves in a positive frame of mind because they have absolute responsibility. So the first part is responsibility. The second part is more practical things too. Now, am I saying hang around negative people all the time and just like test that you're that all that? No. Be wise. You might have to limit your association, right? So be wise. If someone is not a positive influence on you, you might need to limit your association. So if you know somebody is going to be, if they're being negative towards you and you know there's certain triggers, don't poke the bear, as Melissa said, right? Don't poke them. Don't startle them. Like just get away, you know? Find ways to be creative to navigate and then go away. And Frank, absolutely. Exactly, Misty. And then from there, find ways to bolster your mind as much as possible. Find ways to plug in yourself to maybe great conversations like this, maybe of a great podcast, maybe of a great YouTube, maybe of something that's inspiring, right? Reprogram your mind and guard it so you can fortify your mindset so that no matter what it is that's going on around you, don't let your circumstances determine your life. Successful people set a direction, and they go in that direction no matter what. So the mind is super, super powerful. Hope that helps. Welcome to our Q&A and our Ask Me Anything and our coaching session. Feel free to comment anything below. I'm having a great time. I have read Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. Beautiful book. I love Dr. Joe. If you haven't read Dr. Joe, he's probably the best when it comes to bridging the gap of spirituality and science and putting into practicality. Beautiful. I've done some of his meditations. I absolutely believe in the power of the mind. I believe in the power of meditation. I absolutely believe as a believer in the power of prayer. I believe prayer is our ability to align with God's will on things. Did you know there's only some things that can be done on earth as it is in heaven when somebody prays? You like him as well too, Andrea? That is awesome. He is awesome. If you haven't watched Dr. Joe's stuff, he has this eloquence to him. He has this ability to just like say things that are so smart where it's just like, I can't believe I just understood that. So I love his stuff. I was actually just looking through one of his Instagram posts right there. But as a person of faith, there are definitely things that if you're a person of faith, prayer is God's gift to us that we've been given to not just communicate with God, but literally when we agree with things that have been willed by him, it literally is a thing that brings heaven onto earth. Did you know that? Like it's crazy. There are things that need to happen that way, right? So prayer is powerful. I think we would pray more if we knew if it worked, right? Now, prayer doesn't mean that everything we will is going to happen, but prayer does mean that we're aligning ourselves with him. And man, if we knew that prayer worked more, we would do it a lot more. So I'm doing my best to always pray, always pray. Just like it's like our number one weapon and everything, you know. You saw TikTok. They were saying they won't just come in unless you ask them. Yeah, we have not because we asked not. James 4 verse 2. All right, like there's prayer. You know, the only thing that, and I'm curious, does anyone here put me in the comments if you're a person of faith? You know, and if you're not, then I respect you as well too. But that is like that's my foundation. So I'm very big on, is it scripturally true? Does the Bible agree with it? You know, that's my truth right there. It might not be your truth, but it's definitely where I go. But what was I going to say? Oh my gosh, I had a statement that was about to be awesome. Cool. So we're in the same place right here. You know, I believe as believers, awesome, we have a special authority. Okay, fantastic. We have a special authority. If we know that we are made in, as if we're children of God, if we're made in his image, if we have promises and precepts and principles that God's promised us in his word, and we actually believe that and we did it, I believe that we will live such transformed lives. I believe the Bible is not just a good book or a spiritual book. I believe it is the most practical, implementable success manual for life. And if we did what it says, as it says in Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, it says that do not let the word of the law depart from our mouth. Meditate on day and night. Be sure to do everything according that is written in it so that you will make your way successful. You will make your way prosperous. It is the original success book. It is better than Think and Grow Rich. It is better than everything. Yeah, I'm glad you're learning from Bible studies. If you're interested to, I do a daily Bible study with success principles and how it applies to business and life. If you want to hear some of that, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube yet, go to my bio, subscribe to my YouTube. I do a Monday through Friday daily Bible study. We're just wrapping up a Solomon series, actually, because I'm a student, right? I want to learn. I want to know. So we're just doing it live together, and it's been super, super enjoyable and everything on that. You know, appreciate the follows and everything as well. And I know you're a believer. You started a ministry. Congratulations, Fire Faith in Real Estate. Congratulations. Amen, man. I believe the biggest ministry in the world is going to happen in the marketplace. I believe that as a faith-based entrepreneur, that we have a call that is huge in our lives. I believe that as faith-based entrepreneurs, that the success principles have been robbed from God, to be honest. You know, Business Secrets in the Bible by, Rabbi Lapin. Great book. And I believe that if you are a believer and you are an entrepreneur, we should be the most successful. Instead of going to good books like Think and Grow Rich, what if the Bible were the number one book that people went to? Like, what if people actually went to the Bible and knew where the source came from? You know, so I'm building a whole community called Kingdom Builders that is to this, because I felt, especially this last year, I had a very strong call from God where he said, hey, go build my house. You know, go build my house. You went national. Hey, that'd be an honor, Travis. Travis, do you mind doing me a favor? Can you actually follow me on my Instagram or my Facebook? Just go to my bio and can you shoot me a message? It'd be an honor to speak. It'd be so much fun. You know, so but yeah, but we're building out this community, man. I do a lot of podcasts with faith-based entrepreneurs. It's fascinating, you know, like, yeah, Business Secrets in the Bible. Yeah, it's a good book. The Old Testament. That's why Jewish people, they have a good stereotype of being good with money, right? So because it's all in there, you know. So awesome. Yeah, I'm glad we could connect. Thanks for coming on, and enjoy Eric Worries for sure. Nice. Sweet, everybody. Great. Well, hey guys, I have time for maybe one more question. I had a point I was going to make, but I forgot what it was. But I have time for one more question of any type. And if you have anything burning, feel free to comment below. I appreciate you for being on. I appreciate you for joining in. And I like these because it's you. It's for you. It's your time. So, and I enjoy this because it's just a cool discussion of truth and coolness and fun and everything like that as well too. Have a good night. Absolutely. Nice to meet you, Angelia. If you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me there as well too. Um, but I'll end it with this. What's my Insta? It's the same, jamesczheng. It's the same. You can follow me, go to my bio and everything as well too. Sweet. Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. I know. So I'll end it with a prayer. If you don't mind, I'll end it with a prayer for each and every single one of us here. I believe prayer is super powerful, and we'll call it a night here. But dear Father, I'm just so thankful for all of our brothers and sisters that have gathered here tonight. It's amazing you're the same God, but you use different technologies, different opportunities to be able to connect your body together. Social media, it's an incredible tool. And I believe every single person that's on here tonight, they're on here for a reason. God, you've predestined them for a time just like this to hear a certain word, not from me, but from you. So I just pray that the Holy Spirit, you're able to enlighten and illuminate exactly what it is that they need to hear for themselves right now. Make it apparent the truths, whether it was, even if it was nothing that was even said today, but if it's an impression, if it's an idea, if it's a decision, if it's an emotion, maybe there's chains that need to be broken. I just cast those chains off right now. Maybe some of my brothers and sisters here are in bondage right now. Maybe there's been a stronghold that the enemy's been placed in their life that they've been dealing with years and years and years and years. And we know that you're a God that's a miraculous God that could break chains just like that. Because you say in your word, greater is he that is within us than he that is in the world. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. So just break those chains right now of depression, of anxiety, of fear, of doubt, of brokenness, of poverty, of illness, of anything that is not of you, God, because we know you have plans to prosper us, not to harm us. And we know that you work everything together for the good of those who are called according to your purpose, who love God. We know that you have great anointing on every single one of us, and you did not make us randomly, but you designed us to do a good work. You predestined us with a call, with gifts, talents, opportunities. You turn pain into purpose, you turn tests into testimonies, and we count it all joy, as you say in James, that when we go through these trials, that it's producing in us perseverance and faith and perfecting ourselves within that process. Let us pray for everybody that is on here today, for an anointing, for prosperity, for success, for a breakthrough, that a chain is broken right now, and that they are able to move forward in the God designed plans that you have put into their lives right now. And I just pray this all, and I cover them with the blood of the Lamb. And we thank you so much, Jesus, in the name above all names. Amen. Thank you guys for being here. I just did. That's perfect. So glad that you're on here today. If this encouraged you, if you're not following me on my stuff, follow me on my all my links. Go to my link in the bio. We have a lot of cool things that we do together. And if there's anything we can ever do to help, just let me know. And an honor to be here. And have a great night. Thank you for your time. It means a lot. You're welcome. All right, everybody. Hey, on that, talk soon.